Hi, this is Attorney Shah Peerally talking about traveling during a pending adjustment of status, Form I-485. We frequently got the question that when our clients file for an adjustment of status, either through marriage or employment, can they travel? Well, there are few things that you need to know before you travel, because it's very, very important, especially right now when we have all the issues happening at the airport, high security check, and also really kind of CBP is checking everything at the airport. So you need to know this, because you might get stranded and not be able to come back. And if this is happening to you, you might want to talk to us from where you are, and the number is 510-742-5887. But before I even go there, let me kind of go over the adjustment of status situation where you cannot travel. One, you can travel. Let's just start with when you can travel. You can travel under an adjustment of status, Form I-485, either through marriage or through employment, if you have an approved I-131 form, which is an advanced parole, also known as an AP, and also a combo card, or it is a combo card, which a lot of people talk about, is the Employment Authorization, the EAD, which has also the I-131 attached to it. You can travel on that. You also have, in combination of that you do not have more than 180 days of unlawful presence. So even if you have the I-131 approved, you still need to check if you have 180 days of unlawful presence. Many times, especially in marriage cases, people will be overstaying, for example, from a F1 visa or a B1 visa, and then they get married to a US citizen, and this is when they have a pending adjustment of status, which allows them a period of stay authorized by the Attorney General. However, if you have more than 180 days and you travel, although the I-131 form is approved, they will not let you come back, because a different law will kick in. It's called the 3-year bar. And if you have more than 365 days of unlawful presence, it's worse. It's 10-year bar. So in order for you to come back, then you will need to file a waiver, and 601 waiver usually. But this is very complicated, so we don't advise people to travel until they get their green card. So once the green card is issued, this rule doesn't apply. And also, if you can travel if you have, of course, a valid non-immigrant visa, like for example H1, L1, you can travel on those. But you can also travel on your advanced parole. You don't have to really kind of worry about. You can pick which one you want to travel on. But once you enter on the H1, you will be an H1. But if you enter an advanced parole, then you will be what we call your EAD, period of stay authorized by the Attorney General. So you have to work on your work authorization. So now let us look when you cannot travel, which we need to know really precisely, because it's very important. You cannot travel even if you have an I-131, but you have more than 180 days of accrued and lawful presence. What I'm saying here is, even though you travel, and if you travel by mistake and you have to come back, you need a lot of intervention. We had a case very similar to that, where we had to get Congress intervene, etc., etc. Or you have to have what we call the waiver of basically the 601 waiver, which will forgive you the unlawful presence. And do not travel also if you have a criminal conviction which makes you inadmissible. There are a list of those criminal convictions. I didn't put in them there, but that was a kind of a quick video to talk about when people should not travel, because a lot of people get tempted to travel and then that really hurt them. So we don't want that. And again, a warning that I put here: we don't recommend anybody to travel during the adjustment of status, especially if you are doing it through marriage petition. And for those who are in EB category, yeah, you can travel, because many of them are executives and things like that. You can travel, but the advanced parole is not a guarantee to come back. I repeat that. What the advanced parole does, it just allows you to board the plane. At the airport, they will decide if they will let you in. However, most of our EB, employment-based clients, they never had any issues. But for marriage petitions, I recommend not to travel. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, anything I tell you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. And again, if you need any help, feel free to call our office at 510-742-5887. I put the link of the on our from our website on traveling while pending I-485. It pretty much contains the same information, but you can read it. And again, if you like those videos, please like, share, and subscribe, because I update them pretty much on a daily basis. It's a lot easier for us to update it this way. So please subscribe and share it with your friends. And if you need any help, please feel free to check our website, attorneyonair.com. Attorneyonair.com. Thank you.